Go ahead.
It's just too easy to obtain credit, especially for young people, but it also encourages people to find other ways than to buy things that they want, even if they can't afford it.
Second question. Does credit, including credit cards and loans, play an important role in your life? Why or why not?
It did over different parts in my life, and we've always had a pretty good credit rating because we've never overextended ourselves. But right now I carry no credit card debt, and I haven't for probably 15, 20 years.
Has credit, including credit cards and loans, become detrimental to society?
I think they have, because I see a lot of young families that are in debt that maybe can't get out, just evidenced by all the commercials on TV to get people out of debt.
Okay. At what age should young people begin to use credit, if ever? Please explain.
I think maybe right after high school, like when they go to college, to be a little responsible for some of their expenses. And then for sure, it'll be getting them ready for when they begin their professional or married or whatever life.
So, what are your thoughts about credit, including credit cards and loans?
Well, I think you should start your credit when you're young. You should get at least one credit card and buy something and pay it off right away. That the next month, pay it off. And build your credit slowly. And check on your credit too. And that way you'll be able to get a car loan when you need one.
Does credit, including credit cards and loans, play an important role in your life? Why or why not?
Of course it does. It plays an important role in everyone's life. The higher your credit rating is, the lower the interest rate you're going to pay on home mortgages. Keep your credit rating high.
Has credit, including credit cards and loans, become detrimental to society?
Yes, most people, because of
Has credit, including credit cards and loans, become detrimental to society?
if you're not careful, sure it can. When the economy crashed, I know a lot of people were using their credit cards more, and it became harder and harder to pay them back. So yes, it's a good and a bad thing.
Okay. At what age should young people begin to use credit, if ever? Please explain.
I think you should get your first credit card, when you have your first serious job. And like I said earlier, use it, pay it off, be careful with it. Don't carry a bunch, you're paying interest rate on the whole thing. And then it's just a vicious cycle. So get your credit card, pay it off each month, and don't carry a balance.
First question, what are your thoughts about credit, including credit cards and loans?
Well, I think it's always better to use cash just because then you don't have to worry about, if you make your late payments, then you have to pay a fee, and then if you have to pay a fee, then you're less likely to still have good credit, and if you don't have good credit, you're less likely to actually get more credit in the future, and it's just like an endless cycle of vicious.
Okay. Second question. Does credit, including credit cards and loans, play an important role in your life? Why or why not?
In my life specifically, it does not play an important role because I don't have a credit card and I don't use a credit card for anything. But I know my parents use them a lot for large purchases, like when my mom goes grocery shopping. So I would say it's an important part in their lives, indirectly in mine, I guess you could say.
Okay. Has credit, including credit cards and loans, become detrimental to society?
I think as long as you're responsible, it's not a big issue. But the problem is people will buy things on credit and they don't have enough money to pay it back, and then that can become an issue for the economy in general. Kind of like with the crash of the housing market where people were buying houses with loans with money they didn't have to pay back, so they couldn't pay back. So as long as you're responsible, it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. At what age should young people begin to use credit, if ever? Please explain.
I think young people should begin to use credit at the earliest when they go to college because they're typically not living with their parents at the time and they don't really have that kind of access to money if they really need it. But I would advise only using it for emergencies at that age. You have to really be careful with going on shopping sprees and using up that money in your credit card and then realizing you can't pay it back, and that can become an issue. But once you become like a fully autonomous, independent adult, you should definitely probably have a credit card. If you know you're going to have to make large purchases on a regular basis and you don't want to carry around that kind of cash.
So Luna, what do you think about credit? Huh? Huh? Do you think credit's good? Or is it bad? Does it pay for your cat treats? It pays for the cat treats, doesn't it? Say hi. Okay. Okay.